last week's mini course, so the live videos, I don't know when it goes live. Hi, welcome, welcome to the social skills mini course. Last week's mini course was about safety in relationships, and after I film this one, I'm going to be dropping those off, so those won't be public anymore, but there will be a playlist that you'll be able to view them in, so make sure to check into that. Look, this week we're going to be talking about social skills, because honestly, social skills is one of those things that people don't necessarily appreciate. Or the people that do are the people that really appreciate. It's like someone who's into, like, fast cars and someone who's not. You know, the people who are in, they're like, yeah. And the other ones who are like, yeah, I kind of like the look of it. But the thing with social skills is we all have them. You know, we've all been practicing them, whether we know it or not. Some people think it's really artificial to practice social skills. There is some truth to that, but there is also some lies to that. Because honestly, we've been practicing social skills our entire life. Very simple, you know? When we were raised, when we watch TV, when we watch movies, things like that, we have all been practicing social skills. So the thing is, people say it's artificial to practice social skills because they think it's robotic. It's like you shouldn't be altering who you are for other people. So this is not about altering who you are for other people. This is more just exposing yourself to more people so you can understand how other people work. So I often think, and this is the whole point of this video, by the way, is that social skills, right? Some people think they're about influence. Some people think they're about getting your way. Some people think they're about manipulation. Honestly, social skills is about empathy. Very, very simple. It's about being able to see where someone is at, where you're at, and connecting the two. It's not really anything more deeper than that. It's not some intricate thing. It's not some motion. It's not some, you know, people go like, oh, we've been social. We are wired to be social. And that's true. You know, the more empathetic towards other people we are, the more empathetic towards ourselves we are. In fact, I've never seen anyone who's more aligned than people who are around other people. You know, because the more, look, you can be around other people and still be like not in alignment with who you are. But the more you are emotionally okay with who you are, the more you allow yourself to be around other people. It's a beautiful thing. In fact, I see often people, I did a coaching call with someone last night who was saying, you know, she's really pushing herself outside of her comfort zone. I'm like, that's great, because that's a perfect example. That's her trying to get more into alignment of who she is. So I want then you to consider this from this lens, that if social skills are all just about empathy, then that's all it really is. It's nothing robotic. It's nothing really, you know, all you're doing is being able to read other people. But here's the big truth. Your ability to read other people comes down to your ability to feel your own emotions, to read yourself, to experience yourself, and to be able to express yourself. The more you are in touch with who you are, the more you can see other people. This is the fucking, like, the whole theme of my entire work for at least this month anyway. It's just this very simple idea that if we can't see it in other people, if we don't understand it in other people, then it's like we don't understand it in ourselves. If we are afraid of love, then we are afraid of it in ourselves. If someone hurts us, it's because we wanted to hurt ourselves and we did it through the other people. Emotions are like, emotions that we build up in ourselves crystallize in the real world. So if you think that, and I just wrote an article on this, so go to getinghooked.com and check out the article about how attraction works. But emotions themselves are this interesting thing. It's like when you, how do I say this? When you feel something a lot, eventually it starts to crystallize in the external world. So when you feel that people love you and people care about you and things like that, eventually that's what starts to happen. If you think that people are going to hurt you, eventually that's what starts to happen. Whether or not you do it through just hurting yourself or dating other people and getting them to hurt you, you know, whether or not you do it through, because for example, like, I'm, in the past, I've been very anti-television, you know? I'm not so much anymore, but because what I realized was television itself isn't innately evil. It's really stupid, right? It's really like me saying it out loud. But there's a lot of people out there who believe that it is, and I was caught up with that. You know, they believe that, oh, it's controlled by 2%, it's making you have ADHD and stuff like that. It's like, but two people can watch television from two completely different ways and have two completely different experiences. So the action itself, the task itself, doesn't inherently have any meaning. That's like I was writing in my book. Sex itself is inherently meaningless, but it's in that space that we give it meaning, because it might be that you need love, or it might be that you want to share love, or it might be that you want to connect with someone, And then it manifests through sexual desire. It manifests through sexual connection. And two people can chase that one action and have completely different results or completely different mindsets and outsets. So when it comes to social skills, when we think of it as just empathy, and the best empathy to have is towards yourself, then your ability to look after yourself, to take care of yourself, is your ability to look after and take care of other people. This is what I find when I'm working with some parents as well, is that they give way too much to the kids, not after themselves, and then they are depleted, and that's when I have to step in, because when they're depleted, they're not going to be able to actually connect and share and grow and all this kind of stuff. So this is the old cliche, fill your cup first. The old cliche, but that's going to be the major theme of this week. But we're going to be talking about filling your cup first in accordance to social skills, because I feel like that's a really good lens to look it through. So this week, we're going to be talking about, so this one is what is social skills, which you now know is just empathy. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about how to read people better. You know, when I was younger, I always wanted to be like Sherlock Holmes, and that's how I am. So we're talking about a bit more about that, how to read people better, how to understand people better. Now, on day 3, we're going to be talking about the power of transference, meaning the emotional transference, what you feel is what other people get from you, things like that, actually deeper, and how to read the situation a bit better to understand what emotions you're transferring. Thursday's all going to be about compliments, and Friday is about moving forward, so understanding more people, what happens in a social setting, and if you want things to move forward, if you meet a special someone, or if you meet someone who you want to be a friend, how to move that forward in a more kind of like social, and just a way that other people want it as well. Because when other people want it more, or if not, that's what I used to call the was it the ratio? Dating ratio? I can't even remember. The attraction ratio. That was it. The attraction ratio, man, I haven't said that in a while. The attraction ratio was always, you want the other person to want it more, or the same, or if not more than you want it. Because when that happens, they're leading the progress. They're leading it as well, and it's with you as well. So that's what we're going to be talking about. Because if you want to really connect with someone, say you go to a party or an event and you like someone, that you want to be a friend or more than friends, you know, it's really good if they want it more or the same as you do. You know, when that happens, it's just easy, it's effortless, it flows automatic. So we're going to be talking about that, but in accordance to your own self and your own emotions and who you are as a person. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you are watching this live, make sure to tune in to my Instagram. So that's @GetHimHooked, because I'm going to be going live in about 7 minutes there to do a live stream with a guy about attraction, because that week's mini course is all about attraction. So thank you so much, and see ya.